Thanks for joining us on this Friday as we get set for NBA basketball. Brought to you by ESPN on EA Sports. I'm your host, Jalen Rose. The Miami Heat are set to face off against the Los Angeles Lakers. Today's call is provided by none other than Mike Green and Jeff Van Gundy.
Welcome to Staples Center in Los Angeles as we get set for a matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat. Good evening, everybody. Along with Jeff Van Gundy, I'm Mike Green, ready for a terrific game tonight. And we're just moments away from the opening tip. Let's check out the starting lineups. As this one gets underway, what's the game plan here for the Lakers?
We know about the multitude of weapons this team has. One area that you have to account for is the three-point shooting of Mario Thomas. He is knocking the ball in at an unprecedented rate for a point guard, playing off other great players. And then add the defensive components. A great individual one-on-one player who can strip, steal, and ignite transition opportunities.
Develop some of those moves, and he can make shots with guys all over him. We know that, and so it makes sense for him
Chalmers'
to back
pass
him down
nearly stolen.
Try to get as close to the basket as he can.
Nash fires, no defender even close.
Every team shoots a high percentage early in the shot clock. That's why you want to run the floor. Here, running the floor hard, running it well, and being rewarded with a nice pass and a good finish.
You know, they've stumbled out
Ball
of the
is
gate.
tipped,
They're still searching for a way to get it moving in the right direction.
Well, there's time. I mean, they can right
To
the
Nash.
ship, but they can't wait too much longer. They've got to dig themselves out of this hole.
Bryant.
The only way to do it is by defending and playing harder than what they've been doing.
In the paint, able to hit.
Sometimes the simplest plays are the hardest ones to execute. Good way.
Remarkable success they had from the floor. Their shooting was just tremendous.
Chalmers
Steve,
against
you're a great
Nash.
shooter, but you know that kind of shooting is not something the team is going
To
to get
James.
on a nightly basis. But when you do get it, boy, does it feel good.
Oh, that's 3 seconds.
It's really simple. Get in and out of the paint. Yeah, you want to post up deep in the paint. I understand that. But understand if you don't get the ball, clear the lane and reestablish again.
Nash
pulls it from the elbow. Good. He hits the jump shot. Kobe's got his first
to
2
Bryant.
points.
Maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively.
Just put his toe on the line. It'll be Heat ball.
Those lines are on the court for a reason. You can't step on them and go out of bounds. This drives me absolutely wacko to see a guy step out of bounds.
To Damon Bruce. Damon.
All right, Kevin, let's see what's happening around the NBA right now.
Bosh.
In Philadelphia, the 76ers take
Looking
the win
for
over the
low
Bucks.
post position.
A big boy win for them.
Ball
They're
hits
able
the
to pull it out
backboard,
in OT.
but it's out of bounds
Their top
now.
scorer was Evan Turner. The Grizzlies out at FedEx Forum, currently trailing to San Antonio. Third quarter almost coming to a close in that one. Their leading scorer is Michael Connolly.
Hill.
That's it for now. Until the Sprint halftime report. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Damon, for that update.
Well, there's no shortage of action today, guys. A whole lot of games all over
Nice
the place.
inside pass.
Good
Goes
stuff.
to the fadeaway.
Anderson, he's
And
checked
Kobe
in for
Bryant
Miami.
with the 2-pointer. At the buzzer. First quarter comes to an end. The Lakers up by 6. Stay tuned for more Friday Night NBA presented by ESPN after this quarter break.
In many ways, the Lakers had what would be called the nightmare season in 12-13. Despite that, they protected Staples. Playing in front of the Hollywood Stars has always been an energy boost for the Lakers, and they made the most of it even though they struggled away from home.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Wade kicks to James. He feeds it to Anderson.
So first quarter complete, about to begin quarter number 2 with a bit of a feeling out process.
Well, you're right, Mike. You know, sometimes you don't get a real good grasp on how the game's going to go, but it was well played by both teams. Close, competitive game.
Just put that ball back in the hoop.
And Bryant kicks
Shot
to
blocked
Young.
by Allen.
They get it back.
To Beasley.
Tries again.
Allen.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Heat out front. They're
Beasley.
up by 1. And
Lets it go for 2. Nails it.
Hey, that's one you just have to tip your hat to the shooter. Knocked in a contested 2-point shot.
to Gasol.
Wednesday, November 22nd, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs.
Fires away for two. Good work to draw the foul.
It's Western Conference action. Make sure to catch it.
First free throw, good.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong and
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
You know, one of the things with
Wade with it, taking it up.
a lot more blunt and honest with his remarks. You see it on Twitter, you see it in his
To
post-game
James.
interviews. And he is not shy when it
nice
comes to
block.
really critiquing other teams and players in
Nash.
this league.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and
Shoots
ready
it
to go.
for two.
Here's
Shot,
the second
no
quarter
good.
play. So the Lakers 5 right now. Farmar is out there with Steve
James,
Blake.
the jumper.
That's Johnson.
Two-pointer
That's Hill.
won't
And
go.
it's Keenan in at the 5 spot.
Nash.
Kobe, he seems more comfortable saying whatever on his mind now.
Gasol.
It's gotten him in some questionable situations, Clark, with his teammates.
Well, it is
Nice
a great area
deflection
when
by
you
the
talk about
defense.
actually, there's a pretty
Gasol.
strict policy
Nice
on
fake. Two-pointer
tweeting,
won't go.
engaging in social media during games.
James.
But you do like the fact that Kobe is stretching out a little bit in that regard. You don't always agree with what he
To
says.
the basket, makes the adjustment and gets it to go.
He knows the game.
Yes, he does.
The guy is as smart as they come on the floor.
No question.
Lakers shooting their first free throw.
Nash
First trip to the
against
line in this
Wade.
one.
At the buzzer, nails it. That's a two-pointer. And time expires here to end the first half. Kobe Bryant with 6 points and 2 steals. We'll have more Friday Night NBA from ESPN and EA
First
Sports
free throw is good.
after the halftime
The
break.
Heat marched their way to the best record in the league last season, 66-16, and the ability to win on the road, a big part of that league
The
best
Los
record.
Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers started this game on fire, putting up plenty of points. Their offensive output has been amazing, and it doesn't look to be slowed anytime soon. They've been providing no shortage of highlights.
Both free throws good from Hill. Back to the Heat in their play on the road. 29 wins for them as
Mike
the visiting
D'Antoni
side, and
spoke
that
for
was
the
in
squad
another
while up
category
on the
compared to
scoreboard.
every other
Now
team
listen
the
in
league. Steve,
with
nobody
ESPN
else really
Wire.
even
All right,
came
we just
close.
tighten up defensively. Offense
I'll tell
looking
you what,
good.
when
Let's
they
make
went on
sure
that
we
huge
concentrate on our
winning streak, It
defense.
wasn't like they did it all at home. In fact, 13 of
The
those
Miami
27
Heat.
games during their winning streak
The Heat
were on the road.
did a lot of
And,
things
that's
wrong
not easy
in
to
that
do.
opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems. But I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Hill a screen on Chalmers.
Eric Spoelstra
Here's
coaches
Farmar,
players through a
defended by
first half
Chalmers.
deficit.
Fires for three.
ESPN Wire gives us the inside look.
Farmar,
Get
no
into this
good.
game. This is going to be a
Defense
grind.
recognize how dangerous
Ready
he
for it
is
right
out
now.
there.
I don't
He got
care if
right
the
up
shots
on
are
him.
going
Didn't give
in
him
or
any
not.
space.
Get into the grind.
Kicks it to
Gather
LeBron.
ourselves and get into our game. Okay, come on.
Bosch dishes to Chalmers.
Game track.
James outside.
Field goal
The
percentage.
Los Angeles Lakers
That's just
certainly
run of the
deserve
mill
credit for
him.
their effective
Typical
shooting.
day at the office.
And that
He's one of
advantage
the
is
more
because of their
skilled
defense.
offensive players out there.
They've been great on both sides of the ball. But yes, their scoring
Here's
has been
Farmar,
tremendous.
defended by Chalmers. Hill a screen on Chalmers. Here's Farmar. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Farmar's got himself on the board with 3
The
there.
first half stat tell a
And
bit
here in
more
the
of the
second, 2
story.
minutes gone by. And that one's good.
Player of the half.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
The Black
Yeah, we
Mamba
sure have. I mean, it's
has
been
got
a
the
bit of a
trifecta
windshield
going,
wiper game. I mean,
leading
back
all
and
players in
forth, the lead
points,
has gone 5
rebounds,
times,
and
so
assists.
no one in
This
clear
is turning
control
into the
yet.
kind of performance where people are going to lie and say, oh yeah, I was at that game when he did all of that. What I do know is Mike Breen and JVG are actually
And
at
we're
the
through
game,
2 here
and I'm
in a
sure
good
they're
one.
impressed.
Heat lead by 1. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Coach
Eric Spoelstra. And Eric, you guys have
Here's
seen
a look at the
complete
numbers.
command out here tonight. What's been the key so far?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively. So we
was
just have to
cold?
maintain our focus and keep trying to be in an attack
The
mode.
chosen
Always
one.
important.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris,
You're
thank
not
you.
on fire.
And folks, stay
Pass
right
the
where you
ball.
are for the halftime show. Then we'll be back for the start of the second.
And
half
here's
of the
a look
third
at his
quarter.
stat line.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Halftime at Staples Center.
Here's
In
a top
close one.
plays from
Welcome
the first
everyone.
half.
I'm Damon Bruce. Number 3. The Heat in a tight one against the Los Angeles Lakers. Starting off on the right foot this young season, they're definitely playing well. The leading scorer, LeBron James. Didn't waste much time waiting around to take over tonight. He dominated that first half. It's also been a strong start for the Lakers. The assist total indicative of their unselfish play, spreading that ball around. And now we look at the games being played right now. Real scores, real stats from the real NBA.
All right,
San
back to the
Antonio
second half.
Top against the
I'll see you
Grizzlies
after
at
the game.
FedEx Forum. Fourth quarter just underway. And another
Welcome
one
back
also
to the
in
Staples
progress.
Center in
Utah
Los
trailing
Angeles
the
for the
Mavericks out in
second
Dallas.
half, which is
Big
just
deficit
about
to make up
underway.
for them in the second half.
Along with Jeff Van
And other
Gundy,
action
Mike
from
Breen
around
on
the
hand.
real NBA.
Los
Let's take a
Angeles has
look.
been able to get a
Out of
slim
Target
lead
Center,
as we
the
start the
Timberwolves
second
are
half.
ahead against
Boy,
the
would this
Nets.
be a nice
Not
win
lot
for them,
left
Jeff.
to be decided
This
there. A big
and
advantage
could
for them in the
be
fourth
the
quarter.
one that
And now
gets
here
the
we are for the
momentum
award
really
winners this
rolling.
month.
I like the
Although
way
we
they
saw
played
our share of
this first half.
outstanding overall performances.
To Bryant for 2. His jump shot won't go.
Kevin Durant picked up the honors in the Western Conference.
Dwayne
And in
Wade
the East,
with the ball
LeBron James. In a league with no shortage on talent, he managed to separate himself from the rest of the pack with an incredible performance against the Mavericks.
Falling
And of
away,
course,
gets
playing
it
just
off.
about as well as
Young,
anybody
the
in the
rebound.
league. Kevin Durant, what a force. Consistency has been his hallmark, game after game, helping his team secure the win. Saw that against the Nuggets.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by
Entry
Sprint.
pass gets it inside. Looking to dominate down low. Plenty of time. That's a bang! Quick jumper from Kobe Bryant.
He had time to lick his fingers. There was no one around
Guys,
him.
when he
A
hits,
wide
this
open
team is
three-point
ahead.
shot.
I mean, he
Wade.
gets into the arena, he just lights it up, and I thought that
All
first
the
half, he
fake.
really
Now
had
puts it
roll.
up and
He
flips
doesn't
that
just
one
give
in.
them an edge. He gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. I mean, he's a
Dash
special
into the
player to
front
have
court.
around.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half.
Out of bounds. It'll be heat ball.
James and Haslam. Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards.
Changing in the matchups right now. Both
Bosh at the
coaches
five.
trying to make some changes.
Well, since the new CBA, the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive. But certainly the Lakers are blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a
Wade.
tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility.
Able to
under the
put
new
it in.
rules just to
Hey,
make
you can
deals,
only
and that's
control
gonna
what
be the
you can
challenge
control.
for LA.
The
Now let's go
defense
to
there
Doris
was
Burke.
great.
Doris?
It was
Dwayne
just a
Wade,
better
maybe
shot.
More so than LeBron
Hill.
and Chris Bosh has had to make sacrifices in his role when they assembled the big three in Miami.
To Bryant.
Wade said, quote, "If I was a selfish guy, it never would
Lets
have
it
worked.
go.
Myself and
That's
LeBron
good.
told
A
me
two-pointer.
how-
Typically, that's not the shot you want, the contested two.
You
It
lead
worked
this
out
game,
this time.
What memories do you want to have? I want to have memories
To
of
Wade.
success as a team. And it's not easy.
Good
It's
solid
hard.
entry
The
pass
only thing
to
I
the
need
rim
prove to
and
myself
converts
is
the
that I
layup.
can be a part of a winning team. Guys, that's what it's all about.
Well, they've got it right, Doris. When you win, all
Nash
the accolades take care
into
of
the
themselves.
front court. Bryant against Wade. Throws it down.
That's also good. So he hits both free
Time
throws.
winding down. That'll do it for
You
the
talk
quarter
about
as
the
he
huge
fires
fan
it up.
base for the Lakers
And
squad.
that will
One of
end the
marquee
third quarter.
franchises, certainly
LA
in the
up by
entire
7.
NBA.
I would even
We'll have
stretch
more
that
Friday
to
night
all the
NBA
sports
from
guys.
ESPN after the
market
break.
and their finances clearly have helped them gain that stature, but you can't shortchange the organization, the people making the decisions. They've been a winner for a long time, and that's been the magic ingredient that's attracted fans, players, sponsors, the full package.
Here is Chalmers after Pau Gasol's bucket. Bosh heads the pitch
Jeff,
away.
nice lead heading into the fourth quarter, but they've blown some
Good
leads
ball movement there
before.
by the
They
Heat.
can't afford to do that today.
Yeah, and they've choked some games away. Let's be
Six on the
honest.
shot
They've
clock.
absolutely choked. They have got to stay mentally strong today in the face of any adversity that may come their way. They've got a good lead. Now they've got to go for the win instead of play, not to lose.
Stolen by Chalmers. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat.
Young's pass almost a costly turnover. Lets it fly off target.
Dish out to Wade.
To Chalmers.
By the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Wade's got his second bucket tonight.
And that kind of
James.
power move has become a trademark for him.
8-second difference between the shot
On
clock
the
and the
drive. And gets it to go.
Chalmers against Nash. Kobe attacking.
Final minutes, every possession crucial. Lets it go. Can't knock it down.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No
Nash
defender on
against
him, and he
Chalmers.
just blanks the open jumper.
Fires away. He puts it in.
You need guys who can make shots under duress and pressure. That was a well-defended possession, but that man stuck it even against the best defense.
After this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Season pushes on. Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. Coming your way next Monday.
Haslam against Gasol.
And how about a look now at our assistant
James
brought to you by State
backing
Farm.
his man down. Swats that one away. And Chris Bosh is called for the intentional.
Flawlessly. He set up that alley-oop.
And there's the foul. They had to stop that clock. Knocks down the first one.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And Kobe Bryant with 15 points. And they call timeout.
The Heat
down by 9.
Coming out of a timeout in the last minute of the game. Many teams would give up in this situation. No, what you have to do is get a quick three. When you knock that in, immediately set up your defensive pressure and try to force a turnover.
Battier kicks to Wade. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
5 to shoot. A picture-perfect screenplay in the
James
jumper's good.
against Young.
Wade's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Heat.
Oh, pretty entry pass. Inside. Oh, what a pretty shot from Chris Bosh.
Outside Bryant. The dive for the ball. It's going to be out of bounds.
There's the
Los
whistle.
Angeles will
They had to
retain
stop the
possession.
clock, so they give the foul.
.129 left here in the fourth quarter.
Oops, missed the first one.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Big call, Kevin. He just didn't get there quick enough.
Good recovery. Gets the second free throw. Timeout call. The Heat down by 8.
When you're down this amount with a minute or so left in the game, you need to come out and get a quick strike at the basket. Attack the rim, try to get to the free throw line, or draw the defense to you and get the wide open three. And once you score, you have to force a turnover. You have to get your defense immediately set and get into your pressure.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Blake with the ball. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And the Heat with some changes. Chris Bosh is
to Chalmers.
for Anderson. It's Haslam in for Shane Battier.
Puts it up, count it, plus the foul.
That's an inexcusable play. You do not foul softly. You have to foul hard and prevent the basket. To give up a basket and a free throw, that's bad.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
Cross-court pass. Get him for the foul. He had to do it. Stop the clock.
He kicks it to Young. He dishes it to Bryant. Fades back.
And he hits the first free throw.
He has been sensational.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now.
He hits them both. This game perhaps getting out of reach. It's up to 7. Whistle blows. Timeout here late in the fourth.
rush, passes to James. He feeds it to Haslam. Off flat. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Oh, rejected! Had to do it there. They stopped the clock with the foul.
He hits the first one. And
first free throw, perfect. Makes them both.
The second one is good. They both at the line.
Extraordinary shooting numbers tonight. That's your difference this evening as they defeat the Heat by a score of 26-17. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. For Jeff Van Gundy and our entire EA Sports crew, this is Mike Green saying thanks for watching and good night from Staples Center in Los Angeles.
Here's Wade.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrappers.
They need this. Off target from downtown.
Boy, they almost
the LA Lakers.
The Lakers scored enough points to guarantee a win in most any matchup. It's hard not to be impressed when a team is capable of working together to do something great. I don't think there was anything that could have been done to slow them down.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
Mike D'Antoni made the most of a timeout during a second-half lead. Listen in with ESPN Wire.
Go, dig in. Everybody's got a game rebounding. Get out and move it. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Go. Come on, defense. Go.
The Miami Heat.
The Heat are no longer suffering through what was a big-time blowout. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one.
Finally, someone let me out of my
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat.
I couldn't be there. Now you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under.
Eric Spoelstra got on his team while down in the second half. Check it out with ESPN Wire.
That ain't going to get it done. It's got to be more, and you got to do your job, and we have got to contain the ball.
Game track. Blocks.
The Los Angeles Lakers did an incredible job defensively in this game, particularly with their shot blocking. They were able to consistently apply pressure, not just with the hand in the face, but with the hand on the ball. This segment wouldn't be complete without a look at the game stats.
Player of the game.
Kobe Bryant was a unanimous selection after today's performance. When you're the game leader in points, it's hard not to stand out. And he did exactly that in today's matchup. He was most destructive in the paint, really establishing himself around the rim. The defense struggled to stop him and never really figured him out. Here's the shot chart for you. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.